The big issue of this election is the way Mr. Modi and the BJP tried to change the narrative of this election. It was a long election campaign of 2 months, and for the first 4 or 5 weeks, maybe for 6 weeks, the so-called the narrative was of development narrative. And the Congress and the BJP between them were trying to use these trivialized issues. You heard the Congress spokesperson and the BJP spokesperson, how much time they spent on your program talking about little issues, not on the big issues. Because on the big issues, they're the same side of the coin. But after development narrative, please look at how the narrative was changed. A speech was made. And the local unit of the BJP were blamed. Why? Because of certain images which were put up by the back, and holier than thou, Mr. Jaitley didn't know anything about it, or the campaign didn't have anything to do with the poster at the back. Then from there they went to this caste issue. So the narrative was changed by the BJP. From development, and the packaging remained the same. You know, it's all very well packaged.
I asked the question to Arun Jaitley.
And very slick.
Arun Jaitley, when
the BJP ran a slick campaign.
I asked him a question, Derek. I asked him about this whole campaign being personality driven. And you know what he told me? He said the campaign is that of a Modi-led BJP. 1998 campaign, 1999 campaign was that of a Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led BJP. So he said every time that you have a leader with that kind of popularity, take advantage of his popularity. I mean, for God's sake, you do that all the time in West Bengal, don't you? I mean, your entire campaign focus, etc., is on Mamata Banerjee's popularity.
There's a difference.
What are you cribbing about?
No, good question. There's
so what are you cribbing about?
There's a subtle difference. There's a subtle difference. You raised a very good point and a very good question about West Bengal. If you have a leader all-encompassing, then please go ahead, the BJP, and get 273 plus, which is your sales objective to an advertising campaign. My contention is you will not meet your sales objective. Your advertising will win the creative awards, but it will not meet the sales target. That's the point I'm making.
Well,
the BJP will not get anywhere next to 272
You mentioned
plus.
Sales targets, and now you mention advertising in that kind of a way. I mean, this is a political debate. Derek O'Brien, Subramaniam Swamy, do you have a response to that? Or
yes,
to
I do. We had definitely, once it was clearly established that the people accepted that Gujarat model is something that should be replicated all over India, we moved on to other issues in reply. And the caste issue, as he says, was not raised by us. It was raised by Ms. Priyanka Gandhi. And therefore, he rebutted it. And the same way...
I think you're getting a rebut on that from Rajiv Shukla. On the Priyanka Gandhi comment, you're getting a rebut from Rajiv Shukla.
We did not reply to comments like butcher, donkey, madman, etc., etc. We replied to each of the substantive issues, and therefore, you can't say that in an election campaign, only one issue should be raised. This is wrong. We raised a multitude of issues, and we even raised the issue of refugees, how to deal with refugees. Because in Bangladesh,
don't discuss refugees. Don't discuss the so-called what you call the Bangladesh refugees. You all in BJP need to read 3 things. You need to read the Mujib Agreement, you need to read the UN Refugee Convention, and you also need to read the Supreme Court judgments. Your refugee comment, you see, you wait, Mr. Swamy, you wait on the 16th of January.
Yeah.
You wait on the 16th of January. Let me tell you on national television, the Congress will get more seats than you in Bengal. You're living in a fool's paradise. The Congress will get more seats than you in Bengal. If they get 2, you will get 0. If they get 1, you will get 0. If they get 2, you'll get 1. That's it. I'm
happy to see you have now become an advocate of Congress party. Please congratulate him.
I am not. Mr. Swamy, you discussed in the top of the program, it is not Modi versus the rest in Bengal. In Bengal, it is Mamata versus the rest. But it's Mamata and the
come on, Derek O'Brien. Derek O'Brien. I put out a quote tonight. One second, Derek O'Brien. Derek O'Brien is tonight the Ogilvy advertising, sales, etc. person, and therefore I presume he has a. By the way, he wants to respond to you on your point on Priyanka Gandhi. Right? But you want to respond to Subramaniam Swamy? Yeah.
In most candid manner, I want to state that Priyanka Gandhi never brought this caste issue while she said that we should not do low-level politics. Low-level politics does not mean low-level caste. She never meant it. Unnecessary, the entire statement was twisted.
How is this relevant in the course of Subramaniam Swamy's confession on television today that we wanted to make it Modi versus the rest? Since he makes that point...
Since he has mentioned that she brought the caste issue. She never brought the caste issue. She was talking about low-level politics, which we keep on discussing all the time. She was not talking about lower caste.
So why did Narendra Modi spin it that way? Or rather, would I say, why did people like Subramaniam Swamy...
That's why I will answer.
That's why I'm scared
I'm
that
ready to
a leader
answer.
like Narendra Modi, he can twist the statement like this. He can do anything, I mean, to harm the nation. He can say anything in order to get votes. That's my worry. That's my major concern. Secondly, Gujarat model. Mr. Rajnath Singh, BJP president himself has said in 2 interviews that there's nothing called Gujarat model and we don't subscribe this. Gujarat model. We are not, our election is not on Gujarat model. This is what he himself has said. And third point which you read about Vajpayee.
If that is the case, one simple point. I think the question everyone wants to know, if Priyanka Gandhi was misquoted,
100% misquoted.
She was misquoted.
And it was done deliberately.
Then tell me, why was Priyanka Gandhi quiet?
She's not quiet.
Why didn't she say it out once? I was misquoted.
Congress spokesperson every day have issued denial.
Why did she not say anything? Why did she not say anything?
I said.
Why didn't she not say anything?
Congress party means on behalf of.
You have a leader who's trying to make. Why did she not say anything?
If she had come back from a meeting on behalf of her, we all have said.
No, what is this on behalf of her?
No,
she was taking on Narendra Modi till then in speech after. What is this behalf?
It's like saying that Arnab Goswami, I'm working in NDTV. It's like that. You are with Times now, somebody says you are working on a TV headline. It's 100% lie. Well, so why should she respond to 100% lie? When a statement is over,
the rest of the party
is open, it's written on the wall, it's clear. Why should she respond to that?
See,
we all have responded.
Amit Shah responded when you twisted his argument about Badla. He said, Badla lena hai to button dabao, Kamal ke phool par. And you twisted it to say Badla means revenge, it means killing, riots. And he himself responded. He said, if my words have been misunderstood, I'm sorry about it. Now, you could have said that. She could have said, if Nietzsche has been misunderstood by Narendra Modi, I withdraw it. And I'm sorry for the pain I've caused.
Dr. Swamy, this election commission took cognizance of Amit Shah's
because
statement.
You filed a complaint.
They banned him. They banned him after he apologized. Then why did he apologize?
Because
after he apologized, then only they said, okay, now you're free to campaign. So election commission punished him.
Election commission never said.
Found him guilty.
Find him guilty of what? They said that you have used inappropriate words. That's all.
Leave apart us. Election commission also found him wrong.
See,
leave apart us. Election commission also found him wrong.
So 1 minute, the debate goes into this, and I asked Derek O'Brien and Pawan Verma actually can take that. You see, the point is, none of you, I say none of you are greenhorns in politics. You are all experienced. And if so, in public life, in many ways, all of you have more than 20, 30 years of experience. Subramaniam Swamy may have more than 40 years of experience.
40 years.
Right. Now, if that is the case and you know that somebody is trying to make it everyone versus me, I want to ask Derek O'Brien, why do you help? Derek O'Brien, please understand this. Why do you help Modi make it Modi versus everyone else? Because your leader has a choice of ignoring, but your leader does not. She bites the bait, and wow, how does she bite it? She bites it so hard that the entire issue is no longer Ma, Mati, Manush, jobs, people, price rise, anything. It's not the issue. It's about how she takes on Narendra Modi. And let me give you a classical quote. She says in Bengali, had I been in Delhi in place of the Congress, I would have sent Narendra Modi to jail by tying a rope around his waist. Now you know what the sum total of what that statement is. It means that in Bengal, at least for the next 2 weeks, the only debate will be how Mamata Banerjee is the champion who takes on Narendra Modi. It may serve you well because you think by doing that you will consolidate the anti-Modi votes, take them away from the left and take them to the Trinamool Congress, which is a transparent political strategy. But if that is your strategy, Derek O'Brien, confess tonight with the same candor. confess with the same candor and honesty that Subramaniam Swamy says we want to make it Modi versus rest. You confessed tonight that by taking on Modi, you were trying to sideline the left. And in the process of therefore sidelining the left or trying to sideline the left, you elevated Modi into the number one issue in Bengal. Why did you do that? No, don't laugh, Derek, because it's very transparent to everyone that you've done that. You need to explain.
I'm laughing because I'll explain. I'll give 2 points, but actually I'm laughing because your questions are now becoming longer than the answers also, but doesn't matter. It's your show, so you're entitled to do that.
Maybe it makes you uncomfortable. Is it making you uncomfortable?
No.
You are looking increasingly uncomfortable.
Not at all.
Why are you looking uncomfortable?
You're a very bad, Arnab, you're a very bad reader of body language. You'll never pass the test. My body language is absolutely perfect. We're going to be the third largest party in all humility in the Lok Sabha.
All across the Bengali media and the television channels, it became Mamata versus Modi. Was that why did you make Modi larger than life in West Bengal?
See. I told you your questions are becoming longer than my answers, but 2 points. First point is the Trinamool. It was a long campaign. The development, the narrative of the Trinamool campaign was how the Congress and the BJP are two sides of the same coin on policies and on development. One quick example, I have to make a second point. For example, on women's reservation, Congress candidates are 15%. Listen to me. Or no, you have to give me a minute. You asked a question for 2 minutes. Give me 1 minute. Then after that you speak.
Tough to trust your line of
Women's reservation bill, 2 points. Women's reservation bill, everybody says 33%. BJP, Mr. Swamy's party, puts 8% of women candidates in their list. Congress, little better, 14%.
I am talking about something else, and there you go, trying to distract the debate. Have you confused times now?
No, I'm not distracting you. I need to tell you.
Times now with some other news channel where you can get away by trying to deviate from the subject. I will join you.
I'm not getting away. Please listen.
Pawan Verma, why did Mamata Banerjee help you
let me make my point. Arnab, let me make my point. Arnab, let me make my point. You cannot ask a 2-minute question.
The point is very simple that Narendra Modi was trying to polarize the audience, but why did you help him?
Mr. Verma, sir, give me a minute, Arnab. Mr. Verma, sir, if you don't mind, I'll just take 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Thank you, sir.
Yes, 30 seconds.
Thank you. Right. Arnab. Yeah. So I made the point on women's reservation. Now, you come and make a statement here, which is a dangerous statement, not understanding the sentiment of Bengal, thinking you'll make some totally crazy statements, absolutely without any knowledge of the culture or the sensitivity of Bengal. You bet we will attack you and we'll tell you why.
And the real reason for this is because and dragging him to jail. Is that culture?
It's a very bad English translation of a Bengali. It's a bad English Mr. Swamy, Mr. Pawan Verma will speak now, but it's a very bad translation of a Bengali proverb.
Thank you for taking over the show. Thank you very much. Sometimes Derek O'Brien forgets he's not a TV anchor anymore. Yes, Pawan Verma. He didn't answer the question. He looked uncomfortable. He tried to take over my job and he failed in all of them. Pawan Verma, do you think, by the way, I just one point. Do you think Subramaniam Swamy answered your question on Modi versus rest being based on an exclusivist narrative?
No, I don't think he answered that, but the basic question, Arnab, that you have raised today is not contestable. It was conscious BJP strategy to project one leader as the face of the party and take on the rest. It is not a contestable premise. So that is what they attempted. Now we have to see that when you follow this strategy, is it helping you or is it making you a more polarizing entity in Gujarat, within the BJP, on grounds of religion and more recently even on caste? And you have to then ask whether as part of that strategy the emphasis on development was actually more of a facade while agendas were different. The agendas was to get success in electoral arithmetic using a polarizing one person versus the rest figure. It may succeed, it may not. It may have long-term deleterious consequences. This is the question before us. Of course, it was conscious strategy done over the heads of the BJP leadership in very visible measure to project only one leader.
Good point.
Let us see whether it succeeds or not.
Good point.
Okay, Subramaniam Swamy responding to that. I mean, the whole argument being that a Modi-centric campaign will cause a certain level of turbulence and in the long term will neither fetch you dividends and may prove too costly for you. Subramaniam Swamy, please.
No, it's not at all. It's nothing extraordinary Indian politics. Indira Gandhi was in the same position during 1971 and it paid rich dividends. I don't think that...
So you model this on Indira Gandhi?
Well, no.
That's the second admission today.
India is a Murti Puja
So
society.
you want... What do you mean India is a Murti Puja society in the context of politics?
What do you mean by India is a Murti Puja society? We have produced such a popular
One second.
Murti. There was no challenge to...
One second. Pawan Verma is responding.
What is this?
Pawan Verma wants to clarificate that India is a Murti Puja society.
I'm not clear whether... I'm not sure whether I heard this clearly.
Yes, you did.
Did Mr. Swamy say that it's a Murti Puja society, so we
Yes,
must
he
worship
did.
Yeah, I
one
did.
man?
I did. I said that. I said that.
I cannot
you can't
believe
believe.
this argument is being made.
You're a socialist, you won't believe it.
Democracy like ours.
No, this
Democracy is full of murtis, I'm telling you. And the whole concept is that the main problem...
See, listen.
You want to rephrase that?
The main problem... No. The
You want
main
to
problem
rephrase
is that Modi's personality could not be matched by anybody in any other
Subramaniam
party.
Swamy, Derek O'Brien, culture argument, pathetic.
Pathetic.
And he's... Yes, go ahead, Derek
No,
O'Brien.
it's below pathetic.
Well, it is,
Nothing
you
to
may
say.
call it
People like
pathetic.
Mr. Subramaniam Swamy.
Your Mamata goes and...
People like Mr. Subramaniam Swamy.
Modi is really
People like
embarrassed
Mr. Subramaniam Swamy who hang around in Central Hall having coffee are sent out by the BJP to make these provocative statements. They should be in their bedrooms,
What
not
is
on
the
national
provocative
television.
statement in this?
India, this is not the India I know, Mr. Swamy.
Murtis.
This is your India. This is not the India I know. Stay in your living room. Say that in your living room, not on national television or hang around in Central Hall, sniffing around for a BJP ticket
You've been
or
promising to
drinking
file
cheap coffee.
cases, you're not doing it. You said you will file a defamation case
Drink
against
cheap
Modi,
coffee
you
in
have not
Central
done it.
Hall.
So
What a
therefore,
shameful
this is-
statement.
Certainly
You
the
should
issue
apologize
is-
to the country for making that statement.
condemnable takeaway from your discussion.
You don't
That you
know
have the
Indian culture,
spokesman
that's a
of a
problem.
national party
You've been
talk
living on
about
that, what is that,
Murti Puja.
Ogilvy or somebody. You've been influenced too much by Ogilvy.
Don't tell me,
Please
Mr.
look at
Swamy.
Indian culture. Your
Don't
Durga
teach me
Puja
about
is a
Indian
Murti
culture.
Puja.
Swamy, please don't interpret India.
India is full of
We know what
Murtis. You go to
India is.
temples, you see
You are not
Murtis.
the spokesman.
What are you doing?
Spokesman. You are not the spokesman of India. Speak for your party. Don't give us
See.
lessons.
You are sick. You are sickening.
And
Well, you called somebody a butcher, now you're calling me sick, not bad. You've shown your vocabulary to be as base as it's possible to
Murti
be.
Puja.
You want to
Murti
rephrase
Puja
that, Mr.
society is
I
this
don't
country of
want
ours.
to rephrase it.
You want second.
This is this is a country
One second, you want to rephrase
which has long tradition in worshipping individuals. Rama is called Maryada Purushottam,
Worshipping.
and
Please choose your words carefully.
therefore
Following or
You see, there is a-
therefore Narendra
All of
Modi
India
stood
is
tall.
dumb cattle.
These people are all
Just
dwarfs,
worshipping somebody.
and they are jealous of him, and therefore they are saying these horrible things about him.
Well, the debate right now is about whether, Mr. Swamy, I gave you two opportunities on whether you would like to rephrase that. Mr. Swamy, I would like you to appreciate the fact that while there can be some level of political iconoclasm, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that it was Modi himself who said, don't use the word har har. 1 minute, Mr. Swamy. He said, don't use the words har har Modi, ghar ghar Modi. That was therefore an acknowledgement that while you can make a person a political icon, you cannot convert the person to the position of a deity. By saying the word Murti Puja, you are going effectively against the line of your own party. And I request you to consider today whether you can say with confidence that you are not contradicting the line, Mr. Swamy, of your own party in the course of the Sunday News Hour debate on Modi versus the rest.
Listen, you have been frequently going wrong in the debates by telling me things which later on turned out to be false.
What is false? Is it false that your party...
You told me that you have no right to raise the question of the army commander being appointed.
Mr.
Who are
Swami,
you, you said.
Mr.
And
Swami,
the
are you-
president then
What is the
recognized
question?
me who
Mr.
I was.
Swami,
So now I am telling you, you
Mr.
please
Swami,
understand Hindu culture.
Mr.
The
Swami,
word
no
Murti
culture.
Puja doesn't mean
No.
that I am defying
not
Modi.
only
No,
I am
no.
only saying
culture.
that he is a
It's a
personality
country of many
who is being
faiths.
looked up to. The whole country is saying we are voting for Modi. Now that means that this personality
Arnab,
has
that is
been
not
accepted as
Murti
a
Puja.
man
Mr.
who can
Mr.
lead the country.
Mr. Swami.
Gandhi was called
People
Mahatma. There was
captive
no
democracy.
slur on religion
Mr.
on
Swami.
that. Yeah, Mahatma
Mr.
doesn't
Swami.
mean that he becomes a god.
As far as I remember, and I think I am completely correct, and in this case, Mr. Swami, once again, unfortunately, I'd like to bring it to your attention that you are completely incorrect, because it was your party that said do
You
not
got a
use
long
the word,
record
do not use
of
the word
making
Har Har
wrong
Modi.
statements,
I
and
make-
later on
I
just
make
not
factually-
acknowledging that you have been wrong.
I make factually correct statements,
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Swami.
I can give you four of them.
No, 1 second.
Where
Therefore,
you've been wrong.
Therefore, let me ask you, was it true or not, Mr. Swami, that your party said do not use the words Har Har Modi?
Absolutely, because
Why did they do that?
Because Har Har Modi was directly in reference to Lord Shiva. Therefore, we said
Murti Puja is about what?
Murti Puja is essentially
Idol worship.
It means
Idol worship.
precisely. When you saw a cinema idol, it doesn't mean the idol in a temple. When you say idol, when you say Mahatma Gandhi
I think-
is a Mahatma, it doesn't mean that he's God.
Mr. Swami, you know, I think you are
Yeah,
aware.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
you are
you-
aware, but you
can
don't
I-
want to concede.
No,
Rajiv
you
Shukla.
don't want to acknowledge.
Rajiv
truth.
Shukla, Rajiv
You don't know
Shukla.
Hindu culture, that
Rajiv
means.
Shukla, no, we understand
on
Hindu
this
culture, but we are
whole
talking
imbroglio-
politics, not religion.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely, but
You're
culture
the
is
one who's-
culture.
you're-
I'm not talking about religion.
You're
I'm
mixing-
talking about culture.
you're
It
mixing
is our
politics and
culture
religion.
to put personalities and then
It is not.
and look up to
I
them.
do not think your party is.
That is the meaning of puja.
1 second.
Mr. Swami.
Pawan Verma.
No, one second.
Pawan Verma.
I want to get into it.
I will respond.
Arnab, I just want to make a quick point. It is precisely when entire campaigns and parties become individual-centric that the distortion that you see, you can see it in what Mr. Swami just said about Murti Puja. Mr. Swami, don't interpret our culture for us. And we don't want to
I'm
put
not
Mr. Modi
interpreting for you.
in
You
our
may be an
temples.
atheist for all I know. I do not know whether you believe in Hindu religion or not. I am not representing you at all. I am representing the broad masses of India. And they all believe that this country, all kinds,
Mr.
Ram, when Ramchandra came, we called him Maryada
Mr.
Purushottam.
Swami,
and I do
Mr.
not
Swami,
want-
Mr. Swami, this is
And I
done
do not
much. I want to say one.
democracy
Mr. Swami,
to degenerate to this level.
in the India of 2014, and take a straw poll tonight among those even on Twitter,
take straw
and you ask
poll.
them this tonight,
I will tell you
and
what
you take
one
a
of the
straw
Twitter
poll and you
says.
ask people just because
want to-
even
Yeah,
if
you
you
ask
support
them.
one person,
Take a poll.
you are not
Does
going to-
India believe in Murti Puja or
Does
not?
India believe, 1 minute, complete the sentence, Mr. Swami. Does India believe in Murti Puja of politicians? Does India believe in idol worship of politicians? And the young people of this country will say, no, no, no. We do not believe in idol worshipping any politicians. Rajiv Shukla is
Arnab,
responding to you.
on this whole issue,
Rajiv Shukla.
on this whole issue, you know, I mean, personality cult has been in Indian politics.
Okay.
And
there
he
you are.
cited an example of Indira Gandhi and Atal Bihari Vajpayee that he had also been projected. But the fact remains, the way Modi is being projected with thousands of crores being spent on him, the kind of marketing being done, and then comparing to him with Lord Ram and Durga, Ma Durga, you know, Ma Durga. I don't think, I mean, it's appropriate.
Don't twist. I didn't say that he's Maryada Purushottam.
It's over projection. You know, I mean, how can you draw parallels between God and Narendra Modi? So this
I
would
never
not be.
withdraw. Don't
So I think,
me.
and Vajpayee, and on Vajpayee also, Vajpayee had not been projected like this in 1996 and 1998.
Well,
the way Modi has been projected, so much money was never spent on Vajpayee's
therefore
campaign.
this-
the kind of money was spent on Modi's
The question
campaign.
goes, did Modi succeed in becoming the centerpiece of the 2014 narrative? What impact will this have? This has been an interesting debate. We've had all sides. Let the disagreements remain.
Yes.
But Mr. Swami, you did say idol worship of politicians, and I don't think
you
idol worship of politicians can be accepted.
And not giving me the reply.
Swami,
you have been wrong in the past. You've been so wrong even today on
Mr. Swami,
finding
Mr. Swami,
bottles of alcohol in the BJP
Mr. Swami,
office.
You said it.
You are so wrong often. So
Mr.
why
Swami,
should you do it?
You said
you
it.
Rest the debate. Let the
You
public
said it
decide.
and I didn't, and the comment was made by you. I didn't, and I thank you all for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.